Windhorst and our senior insider, Sham Sharanya. I'm Malika Andrews. Friends, we're here. We've waited through the preseason. We've waited through the summer. And finally, we get to see NBA basketball tonight. And it's only fitting, right, Perk, that the year gets underway in the same arena that last season came to a close. We were all there in Oklahoma City. So the Thunder, they will tip off their title defense tonight against the Houston Rockets, meaning that they will raise their first ever banner in front of Kevin Durant. He dons his fourth different jersey since leaving Oklahoma City less than a decade ago. Now, OKC is a commanding favorite to win another championship. They're listed at 2-1 at ESPN Bet. That's the shortest title odds entering a season since KD's Warriors in 2017-2018. Brian Windhorst, how many ring nights do you think you have been to?
Probably about 15.
Okay, and how do you see this one playing out?
Well, this night is about the Thunder.
Yes.
Because they are the champions, and it's so hard to win a title that I'm a big believer in celebrating that title. But am I interested in what the Houston Rockets are going to do tonight? Because they are speaking without talking by putting this starting lineup together, this giant starting lineup that I don't even believe is going to play starters minutes. I think they're doing it to send the Thunder a message when the rings are still warm from being on their hands that we can play even bigger than you. And Perk, I wouldn't be surprised, probably not, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ime Udoka keeps the Rockets players out there to watch the Thunder get their rings just for the venom.
Look, you're right. OKC ring night, it is about them, and they want to win on ring night, right? With the Rockets, drawing symbols in the sand to the paint.
Oh, we're starting the day with Perk singing to us.
Yeah. Moving on to the land.
We're still going.
Gate closed, baby. I say I'm drawing symbols in the sand till my pain gone, baby.
Perk, I see our money bill going up.
I say we moving on to the land.
Perk, I didn't know your voice was this warm.
That's that NBA young boy, but seriously, they're trying to get to the promised land. Tonight is a statement game for the Rockets. When you're trying to move to the promised land, it starts now. Drawing symbols in the sand. Kevin Durant, this is the best situation he has been in since he's left Golden State, right? You have all the pieces around you. You're going back to a city that hates you. You're going back to a city that's going to be calling you cupcakes, that's going to be booing you. And by the way, yes, still. And by the way, speaking of Ime Udoka, he's petty. He's petty and he's mean. We know that, right? So you take it last year, in-season tournament, when I said that the Oklahoma City was going to smoke him like a fresh pack of Newport, right? He actually played that video in the locker room. So to your point, is he going to make them watch the ring ceremony? I believe he will, because he's that petty and he wants to light a fire up under them.
Well, whatever message that Houston is going to try to send, whether it's with their lineup or potentially leaving their guys out there to watch the ring ceremony take place, we know that for Oklahoma City, they are not 100% to start this season. Shams, what can you tell us on that front?
Jalen Williams continues to be out. He had off-season wrist surgery. Both Jalen Williams and the Oklahoma City Thunder are confident, though, that this is not an injury that's going to keep him out for too much long here to start the season. Knowing the Thunder, how patient they've always been, how calculated they always are, there's no reason to be aggressive with Jalen Williams and his rehab. They want him to be fully healthy. And this is a conscious effort that we saw from J-Dub playing through this injury. He had it during the playoffs. If he wanted, he could have had surgery, shut it down during the playoffs, or if they had just lost in the second round, he would have just gotten surgery then he would have been healthy now. But he played through it. He played multiple rounds, multiple weeks through that injury. They end up winning a championship, so he's going to miss some time here to start the year, but they're confident it's not going to be anything long-term.
It was interesting, though, watching those clips of him working out. He was only really doing that work with his left hand, right? Did you notice that?
Definitely.
And so that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, when he shot out in front of everybody, he's only been shooting with his left hand. That said, the Thunder do have excellent depth. Now, he's an all-NBA player. He very easily could have been a serious contender for Finals MVP. He was so big in a couple of those games.
Yeah.
But they do have Alex Caruso. They do have Aaron Wiggins. They do have other options they can go to. Don't feel bad for the Thunder team.
We're going to dive a little bit further into the X's and O's of this game in just a little bit. But, Perk, we're going to grab a second plate right now because it's only the first half of tonight's doubleheader. The second, Luka Doncic and the Lakers. They open the season against the Warriors, but they will be without LeBron James as he continues to recover from sciatica. And this will be the first time since opening night of 2002 that the NBA season will start without LeBron James being available for his team. Of course, that would be because he was heading into his senior season at St. Vincent St. Mary's. I saw something that said that Kelly Clarkson had just won American Idol, that we only had USB drives hadn't been invented yet the last time we saw this.
Making me and Perk feel old.
Sorry, Brian, that wasn't my intention. Well, LeBron James, though, as he is in so many categories, first across the board, NBA history in points scored in his team season openers, ahead of Karl Malone and ahead of Michael Jordan. Speaking of senior, now let's welcome in our newest senior writer, Dave McMenamin. He's at the Lakers practice facility. A new title for Dave to start the season. And Dave, you spoke with J.J. Redick and Luka Doncic yesterday. What is their outlook heading into the start of the season without LeBron?
Well, Malika, title is the operative word. I'm not going to sing like Perk, but I'm going to sum up my conversation with Luka yesterday. And I asked him, coming into his season, do you write down goals? Obviously, there's been some buzz about him potentially winning his first MVP this year. And he said it's just team goals. It's about championship. In order to win a championship, I have to go into the mindset every night like I'm going to win that game for my team. I asked J.J. Redick a similar question. He said, I see a parallel between us and the Golden State Warriors. Because we have Luka and LeBron, because they have Steph and Jimmy Butler, there is expectations on our team, and with that expectation comes the goal of a championship. Now, the Lakers will start their championship pursuit tonight with a new look starting lineup. You're going to have Luka Doncic. You're going to have, obviously, Austin Reeves, holdovers from last year, along with Rui Hachimura. But the new free agent center, DeAndre Ayton, will be in the middle. And a surprising move that we saw in the dress rehearsal in the final preseason game on Friday is Gabe Vincent in that starting lineup. Obviously, he's a steady two-way player. He was shooting the lights out in the preseason. And as J.J. Redick has told us, listen, he went through 25 different starting lineups last year. So just because Gabe Vincent is going to get the nod on opening night doesn't mean necessarily he'll be the guy for the duration of the time that LeBron James is out.
All right, if you're looking at the Golden State Warriors, potentially a smaller team, it might make sense for this matchup to go smaller with someone like Gabe Vincent. Dave McMenamin, happy NBA season to you. Thank you very much for stopping by NBA Today. We've been talking all summer long about LeBron James. Is he going to be in a Lakers uniform to start the season? It turns out he's not, but just because of injury here. But in a Western Conference, Brian, where it feels like even now every single game matters, how do they stay afloat without him?
Well, first off, this is set up for Luka to really take over as the centerpiece of this team. LeBron, for decades, has led his team and carried them through the regular season. Now it is Luka's chance. He is in excellent condition. He had a brilliant summer at Eurobasket. He looked good when he came in to the preseason there at the end. There is no reason why he shouldn't be contending for the MVP award at the end of this year, especially if he's able to stay healthy, which was an issue last season.
I just wonder if LeBron James has been that guy, right? Expected to be an MVP caliber player on the court for years and years and years, carrying his team, waiting for whatever it is, the team to make a move, for someone to get healthy, whatever the case.